So I don't know if any other Gen X women out there realizes that we were literally lied to. From the time we were little girls growing up in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, we were taught something about beauty that wasn't even the truth. And we didn't even realize it because it was just woven in all of the commercials, magazines, and with all of the role models that we looked up to, that staying young looking is the only way to stay beautiful. That gray hair, wrinkles, or any sign of aging made us more than less than. And if you're nodding your head, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And I don't want to get anybody thinking that I'm trying to bash the beauty industry or anything like that, because I don't think that it was an intentional evil plan or anything like that. But we also just can't deny the truth. The truth is, billions of dollars were made by convincing us that being natural just wasn't enough. And because of that, so many of us spent all those years just covering up and hiding our true beauty. And we were chasing images that weren't even real. Back in the 70s and 80s, the messaging was all over the place. You'd see an ad with a beautiful woman, and the slogan would say, "Don't let them see your gray." Or how about, maybe you'll remember this one, "Does she or doesn't she?" Looking back, those things just sound so stupid and silly, but back then, they were powerful. Those words sound innocent and almost playful, but underneath the messaging was loud and clear that gray hair was a problem. And if you wanted to stay even relevant at all, you needed to cover it up. And we grew up with that, and we absorbed it like the air that we breathed. We watched our moms, our aunts, teachers, and anybody that we looked up to. We watched them all just plucking every little single gray that popped out of their head, and it was just the norm to us. We didn't know that there was any other option because society didn't teach us that. So we bought into that same belief. It was never said outright, but the message was loud and clear, and we knew what we had to do. And then in the 90s and even the 2000s, the message was even louder. Youth culture, MTV, supermodels, Hollywood actresses, magazine covers. If you were over 30, you almost disappeared out of the narrative altogether. Your career was over. So when those first little grays started appearing on us, what did we do? Well, we plucked them right out, didn't we? And then we moved on to grabbing a box of hair dye. I can still remember thinking, well, of course I'll dye my hair. That's what we do. And maybe you had the same thought too. It wasn't rebellion or anything like that. It was just something that we were expected to do. It wasn't a choice. It was survival. For me, dyeing my hair became as normal as brushing my teeth. And I didn't even ever ask why. I had never thought about it, because the lie had been so deeply planted inside me that I never even knew there was a difference. And here we are now, decades later, and the beauty industry is still booming. Anti-aging creams, injections, all shades of dye, all of it packaged as self-care. And honestly, it gets exhausting, doesn't it? And here's the truth I had to accept. That they don't make money. Are you kidding, Motley? You gotta go. Here's the truth I had to face. The business model relies on us believing we are not enough. So we'll keep spending to fix what was never even broken. And that doesn't mean that beauty products are bad and that we can't like them or enjoy them. It just means that a lot of the pressure that we grew up carrying on our shoulders it was never something that we were born with. It was something that we were trained to believe. It was literally sold to us. When I finally realized that, it was like a light bulb went off. I I don't have to keep covering up. I don't have to fight myself, and I don't have to live under the lie that my beauty expired. Here's the thing. Freedom feels better than... Here's the thing. Freedom feels better than perfection ever did. Gray hair isn't a failure. It's proof that I lived, that I've laughed, that I've cried, that I've survived. And embracing that is so much more powerful than what any box dye could ever give me. And once I stopped fighting my hair, I stopped fighting myself. And that's the kind of beauty no box of dye could ever give you. So yes, Gen X women, we were lied to. And it's not because we weren't smart or that we weren't strong. It was simply because we were lied to, and the truth was hidden from us because the world around us made it impossible for us to ever see the truth. But now we can see it, and once you see it, you can't unsee it. So if you ever felt less than because of a few silver strands, hear me when I say this. You are more than enough. The world may have told us one story, but we get to write a new one. And your story is beautiful.